This video is just random thoughts, quotes from others, and my basic knowledge. There is no format. Conservatism is filled with branded patriotism and freedom, while liberalism is filled with branded social equality and safety. Both are nothing more than marketed sales pitches to keep the public too dumbed down to make rational decisions for their own best interests, let alone for the best interests of society. The urge to save humanity is almost always a false front for the urge to rule. I like to ask people, on what moral grounds do they have that has them vote for the Democrat or Republican Party? Their answer is usually based on some sort of moral principles they have, such as freedoms, equality, religious and/or family values, etc. Which is hilarious to me, because both parties have never operated on any kind of moral values. They operate as a way to manage and control the bewildered herd so that the elite can stay in power and the bewildered herd will stay in line. The moral values part is just a public relations weapon to make the enslaved bewildered herd feel as if they are morally relevant in society. We are just free-ranged slaves with the illusion of choice. Voting for one or the other is ignorantly immoral at its very core. A quote from Ron Paul. By creating trillions of new dollars out of thin air, the Fed set in motion an economic disaster. The warnings are over. Inflation is now here. Every excuse will be offered up as the reason for economic pain. Don't be deceived. The unconstitutional Fed is the reason. The best PR is never noticed is an unwritten slogan of an industry, whose arsenal includes backroom politics, fake grassroots activism, organized censorship and imitation news. The weapon of choice is a kind of stun gun that fires invisible bullets of disinformation. You can't remember how you formed a certain opinion or belief, but you find yourself willing to fight for it. The American Council on Science and Health is funded by Burger King, Coca-Cola, NutraSweet, Monsanto, Dow, and Exxon, among others, including big farm companies such as Pfizer. As in other front groups, the organization's scientists pose as independent experts to promote the corporate causes. The group's members portray themselves as moderates, often using words like reasonable, sensible, and sound. They downplay the dangers of environmental problems while emphasizing the costs of solving them. On public relations. In the public relations industry, the idea is to manage the outrage, not the hazard. Sharon Beaver. We have transformed information into a form of garbage. Neil Postman. What is public relations, exactly? According to John Stauber, who wrote the book, Toxic Sludge is Good for You, it is covered culture shaping and opinion spinning. Not only do PR professionals alter our perceptions, they also finesse the political and cultural influence that ushers those perceptions into the mainstream. Unreported by the blindfolded eyes of the media, PR-managed initiatives are often signed into law and adopted as a standard operating procedures, while the public's civic attention is diverted by the most current scandal, crime, or catastrophe.
The world will end next week! Spend your children's college funds! Thaw that turkey now! It's the end of the world! God loves you! He's gonna kill you! The world will end next week! Spend your children's college funds! Thaw that turkey now! It's the end of the world! God loves you! He's gonna kill you!